Sheep bop a doop bop a deedle leap. Skibbity bop bop a doodle loop. Skibby bop a doop bop boo. Hey boo bop boop a deep boop. Hi. There we go. I'm all by myself. So I'll just talk because somebody might watch the replay and go, hey, he just sat there looking at the screen for a while. So I just scheduled this one not that long ago. And usually when you schedule them, you know, if you schedule them a half an hour early, then it works out better. People get notifications for it and all that kind of stuff. Nathan's here. Mark Strelson's here. Gentlemen, hello. Good afternoon. Mark, looking forward to our talk tomorrow night. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a lot of fun. Mark's going to be our guest on the Focus On for tomorrow night. So super looking forward to that. I think we're going to have a good time. I thank you because I know it's got to be, what, like midnight your time? Something like that. No, it's worse. I was thinking UK for some reason. Winda Lacour Vanoski, hello, gentlemen. It's a sausage fest in here right now. Oh, and Mark's going to be number 100. He's our 100th guest, which is actually surprising it took this long because I started it more than 2 years ago. January was 2 years. Bruiser, what's up? Bruiser, I know I've asked you guys a million times and I always forget your answer. Do you have something going on around the Clash time this year? Are you going to go to the Clash this year? Jay, what's up? Nano. Not a single female so far. That's disappointing. That's disappointing. I want to talk to a bunch of guys. God, it's just wrong. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it took me forever to get to 100, right? 2.5 years, really. I got stuff in my eyes. I still got sleep in my eyes. I woke up very late today, so there's still sleep. Ooh, that looks gross. I'll stop doing that. Let's see. We have no snarf or barf today. I know people are sending me some stuff, but nothing else has come in yet. Red Laser, hello. D&D is going tonight, Window Liqueur. Yes, it is. Window Liqueur, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're playing. 7 p.m. And Nathan, yes, I need to respond to your email about the Focus On. Well, we can talk about the ladies and then show up. They know what we stopped talking about. Scotty the Fish Freak, hello. You were watching the Biggs Focus On. That was a good one. Chris Biggs is definitely a big character, a big personality. That was a lot of fun. I like Mr. Biggs. I think he's got a lot to offer in a lot of different places. That sounds weird. That's not what I wanted to say. He's got a lot to offer our, just our hobby and other hobbies too. He's a smart guy. And again, he was a drummer in a band and he's just had a lot. But hi, Scotty. Let's see what else. Oh, Bruiser. That's what it was. Probably not going to make it. Son's getting married. I knew Jenny had told me something was that you guys had going on that was going to be the same weekend or around there. You had a very good reason, I guess. Son getting married. I didn't go to my son's wedding. I didn't go because I had COVID, unfortunately. And I was not doing well at all with it. I wouldn't go anyways. I'm not going to spread it around, but yeah, I missed my son's wedding. One of my big disappointments in my life, of which there's been plenty. Hi, Linda. Linda, it's just a bunch of guys in here. It's all guys except for you, I believe. I could be wrong. And no, never mind. Hi, Linda. So what else is going on? I trimmed the hell out of this tank. Still not done. I still got more to do. But this thing was just it was Poga stemming, and you can still see there's some of it here. And the tank just looks off right now, the colors and stuff. Rocky Miles, hi Rocky. And Miles. So I still got some more to do. There's a bunch of just stems right here from the polka stemmen. I don't know if you can't really see it probably, but I think that's what this is right here too. So I've got to clean up some more of it, but this mass right here, that's moss. This whole big bunch is moss. I still got to trim up these and get them put back in the substrate. Hi, Jess. Jess, I missed your stream today. I'm so sorry. I didn't wake up until like 11:30. I don't know why. The last few days I've been sleeping like crazy. Caprice. Caprici. I feel like it's Caprici. You've told me before, and I just don't remember. What was I saying? Oh, so I did the first pass, and I got a ton of it out, and I put, I could see light making a substrate. Yeah. On this side, it was okay, because there wasn't a lot here, but this whole side, all the way to right about where that plant is, was just mass, and there was no light hitting the substrate because it was just so much. Excuse me, sorry, snuck up on me. So I still got to do some more, but at least it looks a lot better. And I took most of that outside and put it in the ponds and stuff. There'll be another one, and I'm sure I'll hit plenty of them. And I will join you soon. I know we talked about it. I will join you soon on there too. Maybe tomorrow. We just have to see. We have to see how I feel tonight. I don't want to promise. See, that's the thing. I hate promising because I break my promises so often because of not being able to do things. So, caprice. Almost like capiche. Caprice. So first pass is done. Got to do some more on it, and I think I will have. I think I need to put some different plants in there too. I need some more lower things. Gonna have Caleb tomorrow. Okay. Well then, we'll talk about it. We'll see. Maybe Thursday or Friday. Are you doing Wednesdays now? While you're out, I can't remember if you were doing Wednesdays or not. If you are, maybe Wednesday. We'll see. We'll work it out. I promise, Jess. One of these days in the near future, before you go back to school, before you go back to teaching, I will definitely be with you. I will stream again with you. Let's see, anything new? Oh, the fry over here in the little 5-gallon, the mystery fry, doing great, looking good. I still don't know what they are. I don't think they're guppies. They are different colored, like one sort of a peach color. A few of them, there's 5 of them in there altogether. Some of them are a little more silver. So, but they're doing fine. I'm feeding them just the fish fry from the co-op now, and also some of the green water from the pond. I go out and I don't do a whole lot of it, but I put a little bit of that in there with it every day as well. I think they're big enough that they can do the fish fry only, but I don't know. The green water still seems to help, and I don't know if there's any smaller ones. Because again, these came out of nowhere. I have no idea where they came from or what they are. So it's going to be sort of fun. I'm hoping maybe in another couple of weeks we'll be able to identify them for sure. Fishfam.link, hello. Let's see, what else? That's it as far as the fish room goes. Oh, I actually bought fish for the first time since last October. Last October I bought some autosynclus. No, I'm sorry. Autosynclus I bought. That was the fish before. I bought some Siamese algae eaters. They're actually right there. That could be a denison barb. That's a denison barb. They look so much alike from a distance. That might be one. Because they both have the same shape, body. They both have that black stripe. So from a distance, they're hard to tell. But so last October was the last time I bought any fish. Mark Stilson, I like money. Thanks, Mark. Thank you so much. It did the math. So $6.65 is $10, $10 dues. 10 Australian dollar dues is $6.65 in American dollar dues. That's what you guys really should call them. Dollary dues. What is your slang? What's some slang words for your dollars, for your money, Mark? I don't really know any, like I know loonies from Canada and other ones that I'm drawing a blank on, but I don't have an idea of what you guys call your money over there. What are they called? What do you guys call them, like slang stuff? Because Australian slang is a lot of fun. Victor, what's up? What's happening today, sir? So the pond is doing good outside. I put a bunch more plants in it today and yesterday. Put some water lettuce finally out there. The guppy tub is blowing up. There's a ton of fry in there. It's doing really good. Mark is lying if he says anything other than dollary dues. Hi, Huawei. Yeah. The Pacific peso, but most call the dollar a buck. Okay, just like us. Okay, I wasn't sure if you had anything, because again, like the UK, you guys have interesting slang. The UK does so much stuff with rhyming. I think you guys do a little bit, but not so much. The Pacific peso. Okay, let's see what else. Next Saturday, we're not doing a focus on because Skipper's got the Fish Fam auction. That's this coming up Saturday. And then the following Tuesday, we'll have Mike from All Things Fish. So Mark Stirlson is tomorrow night, and Mike from All Things Fish is next Tuesday. So that's a couple of good ones there. And I've if anybody else wants to send me an email to get on the list, please do. It's right up there. Everybody is welcome. There's no requirements. Everybody's welcome. There's every size channel. As long as you hang out in the chats and you're part of the Fish Fam, I'd like to interview you. And I'm nice. I'm not mean. I won't make you nervous. I try to make people comfortable and keep it low key and fun. But I think it brings us together when we learn more about people. I think it helps with misunderstandings a little bit once you know where people are coming from. Sorry, hold on. Just had a message here. Okay. Yeah, Jay, I agree. It is a lot of fun. I have a blast with it. And everybody should be emailing Rico. Let's see who I've got on the list right now. Let's see who we've got. Jess, it's been forever, right? I mean, we've been doing it again. This is the 100th episode with Mark tomorrow night, but we've been doing this. I started in January 2 years ago doing the focus-ons. So we have... I forgot who that was. I forgot what his name was. He was a younger gentleman who just really joined the community, but he didn't tell me what his name was. Hi, Paul. What's up, dude? We got Pile Aquatics. That'll be a good one. Pile. Eakins. Got Eakins. We got Blackie, another Australian. Chris Aquazone. Sandy Remiker, Cat Hair Crafts. Let's see. I need to clean this up because it's a lot of communication too about getting stuff set up and everything. Diego, Petsotics. We have Diego. That'll be a good one. They're all good ones. I don't know why I keep saying that. Maritza, Mike B and Maritza. We got Maritza. We've already had Mikey B's, so we have Maritza coming up. Mirik, Pegasus Arena, Atomic Injections, Sharpie. That'll be a lot of fun. And Sarah Sieber. I think I got everybody. Blackie's a lot of fun. Blackie's definitely a character. If you've never seen the time when he smashed his guitar, his acoustic guitar, that was a fun stream to watch. I wasn't there at the stream. Actually, it might have been even before my time in the community, but I know Chattanooga Ed was there. It's funny. He's a funny guy. Blackie will be a lot of fun. Yeah, I got to get with him too. And Nathan, I'm sorry, Nathan, you're right, because you weren't in my list here. We've talked otherwise. I didn't have you in my list here. Yes, Nathan will be very soon. Probably, you know what, Nathan? Let's just schedule it right now. How about that? How about the 25th of July? Does that work for you? Also, I have the 22nd of July as well. That's a Saturday. So Saturdays is 8 p.m. Tuesdays are 7 p.m. Eastern time. Eastern time. So Nathan, let's schedule right now if you don't mind. Tell me which day works better for you, or if neither one. Anthony's Fishing Friends live stream. Oh, gotcha. Anthony's a great guy too. I need to get Anthony to come up as well. Saturday is best. Okay, so you want to do Saturday the 22nd. Does that work out for you? 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If that works, then we'll schedule it right now, and then you're lined up. That means I have tomorrow's, again, not doing this Saturday, the Fish Fam auction, and then Mike from All Things Fish, and then Nathan. All right, there we go. Perfect. Thanks, Nathan. That was easy. So we'll do that on the Saturday. All right. There's only 16 people in here. Is there somebody else streaming? That is like the lowest amount ever. I don't see anybody. People are busy. People are outside doing stuff. It's a beautiful day here today. It's overcast, but man, it's like 72 degrees with an incredibly strong breeze. It's a wind, and it's just it's so nice. I shouldn't have streamed. I should have gone outside and just read my book or something, or maybe did some work in our little seating area. So I'm waiting on wood chips. There is a website called Chip Drop. Let me make sure that's right. Chip Drop. Chip Drop. Yes. Chip Drop. Getchipdrop.com. Let me just share this. So what it is so a lot of arborists have to pay to get rid of all the wood chips and stuff from when they're, cutting down trees and things like that. So this place hooks you up with those people, and you get it for free. So they'll bring a dump truck of mulch, and you get to, you can tell them if it's okay to bring a few smaller logs in with that, or if it has to be, and they're right up front about it. You could have a few other little bits of things in there. You got to clean through it, but it's great. It's great. It's you guys can hopefully you guys know how to do a link. I just put the actual thing there. I know to create the link I have to do that, but yeah, you guys can figure out how to. Hopefully you know how to use that correctly. But it's free. It's free. So yeah, there's a little bit of risk there because you're getting some extra stuff in there. Maybe we have a very, very strong magnet, the one that's used for fishing. Not fishing, but pulling stuff out of the lake and stuff. And we can drag that through it and get any metal and stuff out of it like that. But I'm super excited. This is how you know I'm like an older person, because I'm super excited about getting free mulch, basically. And that's what's going to be in the seating area. Although it's somewhere between 4 and 20 cubic yards. Or somewhere between there. That's a minimum of 4 cubic yards and 20. 20 is a full dump truck amount. So I'm all excited. I'm all excited about it, and they show you other drops that have happened in your area and how long the people have waited. One person waited here it is 413 days for delivery. That's to the east of me, but just to the west, not that far, is they waited 30 days for the one. Oh no, that one was 83 days. This one was 33 days. No, I'm sorry, 39 days. So they waited about a month. And now those are right just to the west of me. And going west, there's where Rochester is. That's closer. So I'm hoping, you just don't know. You just don't know how long it's going to take. All right, let's see. I thought Nathan was younger until I saw him on the Atlantic Aquarium and Fish Fam giveaway. He is an adult. Would have been nice to do the focus on before the Fish Fam auction the other day, but what can you do? I mean, that's cool you got up there. Why did you want to do it before? It doesn't matter to me at all, but it just wanted to for everybody to get to meet you before showing up on that one. I mean, I don't care if you're up on another stream first. I mean, it is fun for me when I'm your first, host or first live stream that you do. That's sort of fun for me, especially when somebody starts doing live streaming after that. Like I've had quite a few that the very first time they've been on a live stream was on my channel. I feel I'm honored by that, that people would choose to be with me on the first one. Let's see. Magnet fishing seems fun. We get free mulch here in Southwest Florida. We have to load it, and it's crappy. Yeah, same here. I would have to go somewhere. So I would have to go somewhere, and I'd have to have a truck to get it. We don't have a truck anymore. We got rid of it when I retired. We only have Michelle's vehicle she's got a Chevy Malibu. That's the only vehicle we own now. So there's no real way. I would have had to either rent a truck or something like that. So this is nice. I don't pay anything. I just have to wait. That's the bad part about it, is just waiting for it to show up. And I like people bringing stuff to me as opposed to me actually going and doing any work. Oh, so the folks could have known more about me. Gotcha. Well, they still get to learn more about you on that stream too, right? It's a precursor. Every time you're up, you're telling little bits about yourself, I think. The age ranges in the Fish Fam are wild. Oh, yeah, because we've got like 13 all the way up to in the 80s. I don't know anybody in their 90s, but there could be. There could be some people in their 90s. I know we've got some mid and late 80s. And then all the way down to like 13. So it's definitely a huge range. And I like that we all can just hang out, though, together. And it's not like there isn't a lot of ageism in our community. There is, in the hobby, and there is everywhere. And it goes, I've said this before, and some people disagree with me, especially younger people, but ageism does go both ways. It's people who don't want anything to do with somebody just because they're older. Older people who don't think younger people know anything. The ageism is bullshit. It's just like anything else. When you're generalizing for any group of people, it's messed up. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just don't do that. You could say an old person did this, but if you say old people do this, F you, right in the ear. Yeah. Searching me, Booch. What's up, Richard? What's going on, man? How you been doing? I gotta get rid of these. Where was I at? Oh, we put a liner in the Impala and loaded it with mulch once. We'll get the juicy questions with the focus on. Yeah. And again, I like to, dig in and get to learn more about you guys. But at the same time, I want people to feel comfortable. There's been times when people said, yeah, I don't want to talk about this. So we didn't. We made sure to steer clear of those. What's up, Todd? I got to send you an email. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it, Todd, on August 26th. Some stuff has come up and I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it. And I don't want to, I don't want to leave it to the last minute. I want to tell you sooner. Hi, Ivy. Okay, let's see. So I've got no snarf or barf. Talked about the fishies. Talked about the ponds and the tubs. I'm running out of things to say. We'll talk, Todd. Brooklyn Bell. Going to the Petco now to get Jompy. I don't know how Joshua spells it. Jompy or Jompy? Jompy. I'm going. Our jumping spider, Jompy. Okay, I like it, Jompy. He's so jompy. Some tiny crickets. Jompy. I like that. That's a cool name. Leo, where's Leo been? Leo, I haven't seen you for a while. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And Oinky. Currently at urgent care with my 10-year-old nephew. Hope it's not too bad. Hope it's not too bad, Oinky. Urgent care is scary. Having to go there. I don't like going to the hospital. Hopefully it's not too bad, Oinky. Nothing is off limits other than politics. Yeah. We don't do politics and religion. I do have very strong political opinions, but I rarely do I share them here because I understand that some things are open to interpretation and your belief system and all kinds of things like that. And some things don't have a right answer. Some do. And some people are on the wrong side of that. We'll just leave it there. Both my wife and my daughter say I get too political. So, the nurse had to cancel. We'll see her Thursday. Everything okay, Ivy? Did I miss anybody else? I think I got everybody else. I think I said hi to everybody. Let's do something else. Let's see. What can we do? Haven't done more with the drone. It doesn't do real good. It's not like a really powerful one. It doesn't do really good in windy conditions. And it's very windy today. And it has been. Oh. I did a short last night. So, hey, Brother Dan. My wife says you always has the right answer. Last night, we're out there watching TV, and all of a sudden a cop pulls up in front of our house, a state police. And she gets out and she's walking around. I'm like, what the? She's sort of walking on our property. She's looking around stuff. I'm like, she's just right by the road, though. So it's not, I was like, what the hell? And then she gets back in her car and she leaves and goes a little bit farther down and makes a right, which is a dead end. It goes right into the bay. It's the boat launch. And then there's another one. And he turns left over here and goes down a little dirt road that's that way. And then two sheriffs show up. The state, the local sheriffs show up. Two of those. So there's four cop cars all right here, and they're all like real slow. And then all of a sudden I see my neighbor turn the corner and come down this way. And now the one cop car came back and she was sitting in the little access road blocking my neighbor's driveway. His driveway points at our house and it comes off this little access road that's next to us. And he turns the corner and the cop that was down the dirt road turns on his lights and starts chasing him. And he started to speed up and then he slowed down when he saw the other cop right there. And she pulled out and blocked him. And then they all got out and pulled him out. And he got arrested. And the whole side of his car was damaged. And they were doing a drunk test. So this is the guy I was telling you about that just got out of jail. He told me the story. He asked me to mow their lawn, which I'm fine with that. When somebody needs help, you help them. But he told me the story that, and a whole bunch of people are coming in. I'll say some more highs, but he told me the story when he just went to jail that he was paying bills with his boss's credit card or something. The story was very weird. He said it was in the newspapers, but I couldn't find it. But we did find his arrest record. So he had just gotten out of jail and he was out for maybe 3 days or so. And then this happened. Now, he drinks a lot, and I have nothing against people who drink. I enjoy a drink every now and then. I've been known to tie one on, but he is drunk most of the time. And they were having him do the drunk test. Plus, like I said, there was damage all down the side of his car, the driver's side. So I wasn't going to take a video of just that. That seemed sort of wrong, just take a video of that. But The cat that's been in our backyard, I did a little short of this cat. Is a beautiful cat. He's got like these incredible, really cool design on his fur and stuff. Beautiful cat, very friendly. So the cat, the cat is like, now there's 6 cops. There's cops everywhere, right? There's cops all around him, you know, and the cat goes up and it's like walking between all the cops' legs in the middle of the road, and like it's like the cat was supervising everything. It was like helping out. I thought it was so funny watching his cat, you know, taking care of business. But yeah, he went back to jail, and I think he hit somebody or something, because again, that side of their car was not all damaged, but it was dented in and scraped all the way down the side. So I think he was driving drunk and hit somebody this time. I'll be nosy and find his arrest record and see. But so he's back in jail again. I feel so sad for her. She seemed like a really nice person. She lived there. She bought the house on her own, and super nice lady, super quiet. And then he moved in, and things got louder. And she used to have a really nice car, and now she drives something that's not so nice. And it seems like, I don't know. I don't want to judge. I just feel bad for her. Super nice lady. All right, let's get way back up here because a whole bunch of people came in. So anyways, my neighbor's back in jail, and I'll be mowing their lawn some more. Which again, I don't mind. They don't have a big property. It's not even a quarter of an acre. There's probably not even a fifth of an acre to mow. So it's not a big deal. I just mow. What I do is when I mow in my yard, I just keep going because they're on the other side of the access road. So I just go across the road and mow and come back, and I do my strips for both lawns at the same time. The fish I'm getting, how did I get off? I went off on a tangent onto that. I bought some new fish for the first time since last October. I got some hyphen paleatus cories from Aquahuna. They shipped today, so they should be here Wednesday or Thursday. Looking forward to them. I've bought from Aquahuna. This is my 14th order, and I've never been disappointed. I did have a couple of DOAs, but they took care of it very quickly. And it wasn't everything in the bag. It was like 1 or 2. Like I had a cherry shrimp out of a dozen or 10 or however many I got. There was one that didn't make it, and a very small CPD also didn't make it. So I'm looking forward to those. And they're going to go with the Gudaids up in this tank. So the Gudaids are doing great. I did a short on them yesterday. The colony is doing, they're looking beautiful. They're doing really well. Okay, let's go say some more highs. We said hi to Brother Dan. Am I planning to get more rice fish? Well, I might have some. That might be what some of these are in here. But I do want rice fish for sure. I'm not going to get any for the pond this year. I'm going to leave the pond. I put a few guppies in the pond. I don't know if they're still there. I put like 5. I'm going to leave the guppy or the pond alone this year. Just let it be a frog pond. And next year I will put some rice fish in there. I'm definitely going to get some rice fish though. Looking forward to that. Steven, on the road heading to Sheridan, Wyoming with Jenna, Bex, and Kyle. What a fun road trip I'm sure that is going to be. That is awesome. And there's Kyle too. Hi, Kyle. Good afternoon, my beautiful Steven. That is going to be a fun road trip. And again, there's no other word to describe it other than jealous. I am jealous. Super happy for you guys getting to hang out. But the 4 of you getting to go to Dan's, you're going to see Johnny, you're going to see Dan, you're going to see Dan's brother. What's his name? Armless? I forgot his name. Very cool, though, that you're getting to hang out with those guys and make a trip. And I guess Rico is all right. I, too. I'm I. Then Ginger, she's doing the, hey, you guys, right? Is it from Goonies, or were you just saying it? Hi, Zenny. Okay, saying some more highs. Hello. Yeah, Brooklyn, too. She says, Steven, give them the biggest hugs for me. I'm extremely jealous. Yeah, there's no other way to do it. There's no other way to say it. It's jealousy, 100%. Super happy for you guys. But I would like to be, there as well. Someday. Bloody cat. Oop, it jumped. Yeah, you guys got to watch that short. It's horrible. It's horrible because I first of all, I she, you know, our neighbor was standing out there. I don't want her seeing me recording what's going on. I felt sort of bad even doing it, but I'm focused on the cat. But I'm zoomed in because it is, you know, a little bit away. I'm using my phone, and I'm filming through a window screen, you know, a metal window screen. So there's all kinds of little things on there, and it looks like streaks and stuff. It just looks bad. So it's not a great quality video, but you can tell the cat. You can't see faces, which is good, but you can see the cat getting in the people's way and stuff. I thought it was funny. What's up, Rebecca? Parancistris. Never seen one in captivity before, apart from a photo in a magazine. See, I don't even know what they are. I am not well versed in the plecos. Was that you? I saw that. I was just scrolling short after short, and it popped up. That was funny. Yeah, that was me. Rebecca says, "Do you have one of those sit down lawnmowers?" Oh yeah, they're quite fun to use. I don't know if it's fun, but it's definitely way better than using a push mower. But yeah, we have a 42-inch deck, you know, so it's a good sized. No, 42. Is that right? That doesn't sound right. I'm second guessing myself now. Anyways, it's makes quick work of mowing the lawn. Yeah, I need to have a riding lawnmower. I physically can't do the push mower. It would take me a week to mow the lawn. I mean, we don't even have a ton. I'm trying to get rid of more lawn, trying to come up with ways to get rid of it. Like this over here is all meadow. We have the back part that's 100% natural. And again, it's not even that big. The whole property is just under an acre in size. It's split in half because there's an access road that goes right down here too. And the people that live down there you have to have access to all these. That's just how, I don't know how that came about, but that's just how it is. People that own the property closer down below us, that's how they get there. So this part's 100%, there's trees, it's all jungle, we don't do anything with it at all. And then next to it is a little meadow area where we don't let any trees grow, and we cut it down every couple of years. Same with this, it gets cut down. Guy comes in with his tractor and mows it down every couple of years or so, whenever it gets just too high. And that's all for the birds and the bees. But I want to do more with the backyard too and get rid of more lawn. I don't want to have any lawn except, you know, right around the house, just a little bit. I want to get rid of all the lawn. I personally think lawns are a waste of resources, and unless you use them for stuff, you know, unless you have, you know, a lot of parties outdoors in that area or something, but you could still do other things with that. Lawns are archaic and going away little by little. Homeowners associations will get with the program at some point and realize that, you know, having that lawn is not, even though it might look pretty, it's still just it's bad. It's bad for the environment. There's no positive to having the lawn other than, well, it does look nice and, you know, keeps the pests away. That's about it. Leo, no, we don't, no, hardly anybody has a fenced in yard. Yeah, no, there's no fences around at all. I do want to put up a fence just in the corners. I always forget what the name of the fence is. We've talked about it before. It's just the roughly hewn wood, you know, and it'd just be a center post, and then the wood would go down towards the ground at an angle. There'd be two. I forget what they're called. I always forget. That's just one of those things. I cannot remember the name of it for some reason, but I know what it is, and I always forget. But I just want to do those on the corners of the property, just to, you know, because sometimes, like, I started growing the meadow area back there because people used to park there all the time, like in the lawn, not just on the side. They'd pull into our lawn. I'd walk out there and there's a car way up in our lawn. I'm like, so I'd go tell the people, you got to move your car. Oh, I thought this was their property. No, I don't want you parking in my lawn. So that's part of the reason why I let that go. Bunny's got some long fin Paleatus. These are high fins, so not I don't, is that the same? I don't believe high fin and long fin, or is that the same? So it's a high fin, so I believe it's just the dorsal, right? That's longer. Do I sing Green Acres while riding around? No. Every once in a while, darling, I love you, but give me a Park Avenue. I mean, just that part, you know. And sometimes my voice cracks, so I sound like Mr. Haney, you know, that guy. But no, usually I do not. I want one of those stand-on back mowers. Oh yeah, sort of like the zero turns, but it's just, yeah. City maintenance guy have looks like a Segway on steroids. That does look fun. Salt and pepper quarries, I would have given you some for just shipping or even split shipping. I have at least 50 growing out now. Wow. You know, I never want to ask people. I don't like to ask people for stuff. I do like buying from Aquahuna, but I prefer buying from the community. But I never like to ask because you guys suck. You always give me stuff for free. And I'm not looking for a deal a lot of times. I'm looking to, because I just want to buy stuff from you guys. And instead, you don't let me pay for things. You send me stuff free. It's a bad problem I have, isn't it? And so I don't even mention it because somebody will send it to me. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy gifts. I love getting that stuff. Don't get me wrong, it's awesome. But it just feels when I don't want to ask for stuff. I don't like asking for things. First Class Fish, what's happening? I got to scroll back up. I saw you come in. Okay, we got that. In Oinke, Random Arms. Thank you, Ivy. We're going to see some weird Wyoming strangers, too. Yes, Goonies. Glad it translated via text. Hey, you guys. Post a link. Oh, Jenna posted the link to the short. Again, the quality is it's horrible. It looks like something from 2002 or something, but it's not a good quality short. But I think you can still make out what's going on decent enough. Okay. Thank you, Jenna, for dropping a link. First Class says my dad was a taskmaster about our lawn. Had to be the greenest on the block. And see, we don't even we never put anything on our lawn. There's been people that have suggested, hey, you need to do this or you need to do that. Well, first of all, things don't look the same, to the naked eye as they do to the camera. A lot of times, if you're standing in the shade, the grass will look yellow or greener than it actually is. So it's hard to tell. But I've been, a few people have mentioned stuff. We don't put anything at all on the lawn. Nothing. We don't put any chemicals. We don't even put like lime. We don't put anything. We never water. There's a ton of weeds in it. There's dandelions, there's clover, there's all kinds of stuff. And that's fine. I'm good with that. In fact, certain times of the year, we will let it go a little high so that the dandelions and the clover can flower to give stuff to the bees, right? So I don't really care about having it look nice, and I know a lot of guys are like that. A lot of dads especially are like that. That's almost a competition. The lawn's got to be beautiful. It's like a golf course. That's just never been me. I like it to look nice. I'm just looking out there because it needs to be mowed again already. We've gotten so much rain over the last week that I have to mow like every 2 days. I don't really care if it's the nicest looking lawn. I just want it to look okay until it's been maintained. That's it. Smaller deciduous trees. I do want to plant some more trees. Yeah, I do. I don't know what though. We've been thinking about some of the dwarf fruit. Michelle really wants some of those. I do actually want to put another pine or hemlock or something like that in the yard too, because just to have that extra greenery in the wintertime, there aren't too many pine trees around here. There's a couple over there, and we used to have a hemlock in the property, but we had a massive windstorm and it blew down. So I don't know. I want to do just pathways. I want the yard to just be someplace where you can go out and walk and turn a corner and see something that you can't see until you turn a corner. Little bits of exploration and discovery out there. That's my perfect lawn, is to be something where there's a surprise around every corner, Would love that. Buddy Viper says having a mowed lawn out here means keeping snakes away from the house. Yeah, and I get that. The pests and stuff. Split rail fence. Thank you. Thank you, Paul. You got it. See, I never can remember that, though. I'm going to ask again a month from now, and you'll have the answer for me. But I get mowing the lawn to keep the pests away. Snakes, mice, all that kind of stuff. But I say it all the time. There's a guy that lives 10 minutes south of us, right on it's right on one of the major roads here. It's a state highway, and he's got a big farmhouse, and they don't farm, but they have probably 30 acres of lawn, and he's out there every few days with his, he's got a big mower, but still, it's just lawn. 30, just acres and acres of just lawn. It's a monoculture. It's just, that's all there is lawn. I'm like, man, what a waste. How much gas is he wasting? How much pollution is he putting into the air from doing it? How much, if he had put trees up there, and it's just, it's crazy. And his lawn is immaculate. It is beautiful. But is it worth the price? Sorry, I don't mean to get preachy. If you've got a nice lawn, you go for it. You do you, boo. I don't want to be like a lawn extremist. Some blue Hawaiian Moscow guppies Leo's getting. Leo, where are you getting those from? Are you getting them from Jason, Redfish, Bluefish, from Bentley? Those are beautiful. The blue Hawaiians, those are beautiful guppies. I think if I was to get any more guppies, those would be the ones. Those are nice. Long grass, here's a tick risk. Yep. Everywhere. Not sure about the garden deer, probably who spreads it. So we do keep a close eye on the dogs because the dogs will get into the tall grass. Usually this time of the year, it's not too bad. I know G-Bear, he lives closer to where Oinky does. And he said the tall grass is filled with ticks even right now. They don't seem to be here until they bloom in October. That's when we see the ticks the most. That's when we really have to pay attention. The good thing is most of the grass and stuff is dying off, and it's just easier, and the dogs don't go into those areas as much. Farm living is the life for me. And there's risks, with having the taller grass, especially if you're in a dry area. There's instant forest fire. You've got things to be worried about. But here is almost always so wet that we don't have to worry about stuff drying out. My lawn sometimes is like you step in it in bare feet, and it's mushy and wet. Even after it hasn't rained for 3 or 4 days, it'll still be like that. Oh, my son's burning incense. I like incense. I love snakes, just not my house unless it's domestic. Those stand-on mowers are actually a little hard to control as you have to hang on. Sounds like an adventure. Buddy Viper says, send her free stuff. She'll take it. Scotty doesn't like the stand-on mowers. I've never used one. It's always been the sit-down mowers or the push mowers or the old reel mowers, that don't have any, it's just the blades. We had one of those for the longest time because we had a very small lawn. I love using that. I would love to, do something with solar and batteries and, rechargeable electric, or one of the robots. That would be awesome. One of the robots that mow your lawn, but totally 100% solar. That would be awesome. I get that the batteries and stuff, there's pollution in creating those and just getting rid of them and things, but I still think it's a lot less pollution overall than using a gas mower, which usually aren't regulated and pollute like crazy. At least it's not as bad as like the golf carts. I complained about that on the Discord over the 4th of July weekend. Our neighborhood was just filled with people. People walked through my backyard. I was like, can I help you? And they were like, no, we're just passing through. And I was like, oh, well, fucking don't. That's my F-bomb. I was like, F and don't. And they're like, oh, we know, said some name, a person I've never even heard of before. I don't know who this person was. And I was like, I don't know if they could even see me because I'm inside and I'm through the screen window yelling at them. so they might not even be able to see me. But I was like, you know, it's just weird to me to walk through somebody's yard like that. It's just a strange thing. The people were parking lawnmower or golf carts in our front yard. It just, in the golf carts, like half of them were old, like from like the 60s or 70s, and so they just stunk. They'd go by, and 15 minutes later, you're still smelling like oil and gas. Mostly the just exhaust. It just stunk. It's the worst time of the year, that 4th of July weekend, because the neighborhood is just filled with people that don't live here. They're just, vacationing, and some of them are great. Some of them, not all of them are destroying things, but a lot of them are just here to party, and they're throwing beer cans everywhere. There's garbage all over the place. It's the one time of the year I really don't like to live here, is that weekend. The rest of the year, it's great. Like right now, even though it is so quiet out there, like I can go stand outside and I won't hear a car for 2 hours. I won't hear anything. Yesterday we were out, I was walking Wally, and our neighbors, like 4 houses down, far away from us, were sitting out in their screen room and talking. And Wally could not, he was hearing these voices, and he's not used to hearing voices outside, so he kept stopping, because it's usually so quiet. All right, where was I at? Dee Kins. Hi, Dee. How you doing, Dee? Always a pleasure, my friend. Rebecca says, my mom is really into promoting wildlife, so has ponds everywhere. She doesn't mow the little small patch of lawn much. See, that's what I want to do. I just want the whole backyard to be self-sustaining, but also enjoyable. We've talked about over here stopping cutting down all the stuff every couple of years, just letting it go 100%, but making a little path, and then right in the middle of the property putting a circle with an outdoor kitchen, like a pizza oven and running water, sinks and stuff, and an actual outdoor kitchen with a big fire pit in the middle of it and some nice seating around it. But let all the bushes and stuff grow up so you can't see anything in there, right? It's very secluded. So we could go over there and cook and entertain people and be outside, but still have some privacy without any fences or anything. You get corn snakes in the house every few weeks. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen a snake inside the house here. Maybe a little garden snake or something, garter snake. And Nathan's still sending Bunny some plants. Nice. Clovers are the best for bees. Yep, flowers last a long time. If your ivy is the same as ours, it's late food for them. We don't have too much ivy. Actually, I can't think of any ivy. Yeah, I don't know, no ivy at all I can think of, other than poison ivy. I don't think we have any ivy, but there's other types of flowers and stuff out there. Clover lasts a very long time throughout most of the summer. And we do have a beehive in the ground by the pond, because we had, when we dug the pond out, some of the grass and stuff that I knocked a bunch of the dirt off of the clumps of grass, but then I put it there, and then we just sort of forgot about it. So it built up a little mound that's been 2 years now. Yeah, over 2 years. And the bees actually made a hive in it. So that was pretty cool. Weedy lawns are anti-American. Let's see. Train the fruit trees. We want to stay small. Yeah. Loads of on his allotment, small areas of land. See, I want to do that. It'd be nice to have fruit trees and stuff that would bear. There's so much edible stuff too. Like I want to get back into foraging. Like we've done it a little bit. I won't do mushrooms because I'm too afraid. I want to go with like a mycologist. Is that what they're called? Mycologist? Why does that sound wrong? Mushroom expert, Alex, Secret History, somebody like that. I would love to go hunting. And there are some groups around here. You can sign up and go with them on their hunts, and they'll show you safe stuff. I want to do that, though. I don't trust myself to identify the mushrooms correctly. but there's mushrooms everywhere. So I would love to go do that. But there are other plants that they are pretty easy, like the plantain. Plantain's everywhere. It grows everywhere. I don't know why it's not harvested more. It doesn't taste bad. It's sort of spinachy. It's super high in iron, and it grows everywhere. Like I think it's all over North America. I don't think there's any place that doesn't have it. And if you see a little bit of greenery, like in the middle of a freeway or in concrete or something, it's probably plantain. Stuff grows like crazy, and I would love to do more foraging like that someday. Bunny Viper, or sorry, Bunny, sorry, Ivy, Brookley Bell, she's the big forager. I'd love to go foraging with her. Okay, we said, oh, I didn't say hi to Tomatillo. I saw you come in. Hi, Tomatillo. Tomatillo. Hold on. It jumped. Argle bargle. Did I miss anybody else? We only mow the lawn to keep the HOA letters away. And that just drives me crazy, man. That just drives me crazy. I hate HOAs. And they're not all horrible, but I could never, ever live in one. I never could, because I like to do what I want to do with my property. Somebody else telling me what it's okay to do with my property? No way, man. And I get it. You sign into that when you buy a place. And a lot of places, you don't have a choice. You can't find a house without one. I think they should be illegal. I really do. I don't think it's like when you buy a piece of hardware like an iPhone, and they're saying you don't actually own that device. You're renting the device, right? That's it. No, you own it. You bought it. You purchased it. You should be able to do what you want with that device. It's the same thing with your house. You shouldn't have to go through those hoops. And again, I get it. A lot of places there's no choice. And some scant few of the HOA, they make a difference. They really do. They don't have the super strict rules. They allow some things, but they keep away the junk cars and things like that in the front of the property and make the neighborhood look a little better. Those are in the minority, though. I just absolutely hate them. Some people make a hobby from lawns. Bedding plants are just as bad for environmental damage. But I don't believe that to be true, Rebecca. I'm going to argue with you a little bit. Because if you've got just a lawn, and that's all there is. It's just a lawn. It's just one type of grass for an acre. Just that. Or you have half lawn and half flowering plants and all kinds of other plants that allow different insects and things to come in. You know, that's got to be better, right? At least it's not a monoculture. So I don't think just as bad, right, for environmental damage. Not every plant, though. There's a lot of invasives, right? I bet you I mean, we could go down that rabbit hole, I bet. And again, you're a scientist, I'm not. And I know you're a biologist, but still, at least you have that scientific mind. I don't. This is all anecdotal, right? I don't, no idea. But I just feel like as long as you're not doing just one thing, it's got to be a little bit better. As long as you don't, invasives and plants that are very detrimental for your area, right? Bunny Viper, I have the blue Hawaiian Moscows. I separate males in our own tank and use females for breeders. Calls go to the archers. Nice. Dee my hubby wants a new place with 5 acres or more, but I have to keep telling him who's going to mow it when you're down with your back, much less weedy. I saw a guy, it's not too far away. I can't remember where. I think it was closer to the city. I used to go that way quite often. I think it was when I worked in Rochester. I would drive by his house quite often, and he would be mowing his lawn with a riding lawnmower, laying down on it. They had it was almost like a what are they called? The mechanics use that has the wheels and the little, so they can slide around under their car, but they're still lifted up. It looked like that. It's just a piece of flat wood and long enough to support him. And he had a wheelchair, so he must not have been able to walk, but yet he was out there mowing his lawn. I always thought that was pretty cool that he was able to do that. Nathan, I have to keep the lawn mowed because I have girl dogs and they don't like it if it touches them. I don't even go down. So I have to walk down the street with her to pee. You know, that's a good thing too. Yeah, that's a good thing too. Grass is good for holding the soil together and avoiding soil. Yep. I've seen photos of how it works in U.S. grasslands. Yeah. And there's a lot of different kinds of grass too, right? We don't have to talk about just lawn, right? There's different sedges and different kinds of grasses. You know, the taller stuff. The very back portion of our yard in the one corner is very wet. And there's a bunch of cattails that grow there. And I've been thinking that actually would be a great place to put the pond because it's already a low area. There's already, you know, cattails and things growing there. So I've been thinking about getting somebody to come out and dig that area out and making it into a pond. Dee or Bunny Viper says, Dee, we have 5 acres. It's a pain when it's just us. Hard to get any reliable help too. I did have somebody come out for a while when I was having some troubles, and he didn't charge me much. It was like $25 to mow the lawn, but he kept getting he had a zero turn, you know, one of the big mowers. And he kept getting stuck out there because again, it's pretty wet in the one area. And that year we had a ton of rain. That year was super wet. So that part was sort of marshy a little bit. And he kept getting it stuck. And he used his truck to drag it out. I still have friggin' ruts in my lawn. I kept telling him, dude, you gotta fill in those ruts. Big, deep ruts in my lawn. I started filling them in when we dug up other stuff, and I used the soil there. But man, so I just told him, no, you know, no more, because he wouldn't do it. It just drives me crazy. How could you not? You did that. Yes, your mower got stuck on my property. I didn't get it stuck. Fill in the ruts. Bring some soil. You're a landscaper. That's what he did for a living. In the summertime, he landscaped. In the wintertime, he plowed driveways and stuff. So, you know, you got to have access to some soil from someplace. M&C, hello. Front lawn is well manicured and landscaped. Backyard is a cottage garden style with 3 ponds. Nice. See, we don't really have a front yard. Our front yard is just long enough, wide enough to park the car. You know, so here's the house. Here's the road. We park our cars this way. And there's no driveway. There's just that. So we have one section where we park, because there is 2 cars. My daughter has her car and our car. That's it. They're parked there. And then the rest of it's just grass and a lot of weeds that are in there. A lot of weeds. So we really don't have much of a front yard. We don't really do much, and we need to do more with it, though. I keep wanting to. That would be easy to, you know, put stuff out there and make it manicured and nice and get rid of the lawn 100%. There's an insect, the woolly adelgid, killing whole stands of the trees. So probably not a good idea to get the hemlocks. Same with the ash trees, right? Does anybody know? Paul, you're into this stuff heavy. I see that. Closely related to aphids. Wow. What about the ash? What would be attacking the ash? I see no holes, you know, in the tree, but both of the ashes are dying. This one's going to have to be cut down, I'm pretty sure. Last year it was great. It just this year it's the first time, and I don't see anything, you know, from ground level up to my height. I'm 6 foot, so a little bit above that. As I look around the tree, there's nothing. I've pulled off a little bit of the bark, trying to see if there's something under. I see nothing. There's no like super loose bark or anything. No holes. Nothing. I can't see anything. I don't see any bugs on the tree. It's not covered in anything. The leaves themselves. A lot of them look fine. Some of them look like they have a little bit of rust on them. Maybe that's what it is. A disease. Kids, get off my lawn. I want the remote control mower has tracks and can mow down trees an inch thick. I've seen that one too. It looks like a little tank, right? Car boots and charge them to get them back. That's a good idea. I have a collection of golf carts now. Zenny says, I'm not a big weapon fanatic, but when they say they know your neighbors, ask them if they know Smith & Wesson. They'll pick another yard next time. I have no problem going up and talking to people. I mean, I don't have to get pissed off. I'll just say, hey, I don't want you walking through my lawn. And most of the time people are like, oh okay, sorry. I mean, I'm not an intimidating person. But I say it matter of factly, and with great confidence that I do not want you walking through my yard. It's only been a couple times. It's not a constant thing. It's just, again, that time of year, that 4th of July weekend, they have a golf cart parade, and they have the Ring of Fire where they have flares and they put them all around the lake, around the bay, around the lake. That would be huge. And then they do a boat parade and stuff, and it's fun. I get it. I'm not that bad of a curmudgeon. It's just, I don't know. It's all the extra people in the neighborhood. Sort of makes me a little anxious because, again, it's very drastic extremes. It's not like a normal neighborhood. There's only like a few people that live down here year round. Most of the people are cottagers who only come certain parts of the year. So the place is incredibly quiet and super peaceful, except for that weekend when, there's 1,000 extra people in the neighborhood. It's just, it's a little much. Zenny's got a gap. Oh God, no, but I don't think strangers think I do. Alishon, what's up, dude? Thanks again for the Goodeids, man. I'm having a lot of fun with them. I noticed you commented on the short I did. They're doing great. The tank needs some work. I had hair algae outbreaks. I kept the lights off for a while. Hair algae's gone, but now the plants look a little bad. They're very leggy. But they're doing so good. There's 19 of them. I actually did a count yesterday when I did that video. There's 19 of the Goodeids from the 4 that you originally sent me. So the colony is doing great. I still have not got any from Curtis from Skull. He was going to send me some. I have to remind him. But I want to get some more from him and get some of that new blood so I can bring you some back to the clash with that, that new blood. Xanadude, what's up, my bard friend? And that's Dungeons & Dragons tonight too, 7 p.m. I just seen Xanadu reminded me. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Mr. Manifesto's channel, playing some D&D. Alishon said, I put in a 5x6 green giant arborvitae. Green giant arborvitae. And a 14-foot redbud in May. Water bill went up over 3-fold. Oh my God. Well, that's one thing we don't have to worry about. We don't have a water bill. We have a well. Here it is right here. Oh, okay. Okay. That's pretty cool. They look like, what? Like, is it cypress trees? What are those? The tall ones. Not cypress. What are those? That's a cool fence, though. Using those for a fence. I love that idea. Instead of having an actual fence. That's a great idea. Portioning gardens up looks so nice. Yeah. I'm with you. Many large UK gardens are like that. Usually multiple gardens, a cottage garden for herbs. Yeah, that is cool. Yeah. There's no such thing as too much ivy, says Ivy. Oinky says, how did you do with all the rain we had? It's been a lot, but no flooding or anything. Yesterday here in Orange County, we're in a state of emergency. Badly damaged and are closed to driving. We did not get that. We did not get that much. It's been very manageable. It was good because we were very, very close to drought conditions, and now we're not. So yeah, it definitely helped. Everything is just bright green out there. It looks great. Again, it's just a beautiful day. It got distracted because it's 71 degrees out there, and there's a strong breeze. It's a wind. It is. It's like a light wind. I should be outside. Ground bees will get you. Be careful. Yeah. One of the benefits of owning a large dog is coyotes, deer, and strangers stay away from your property. Scruffy City, what's up, Mitch? Aqua Gardens Inn, hi, Rick. Gentlemen, Hello, hello. Oh, jumped again. No, 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 no. Where was I at? Okay, there we go. Ground bees. Mycology, is it Latin or Greek? I think it's ichthyology. Mycology. I identify as a mushroom. People pile shit on you, keep you in the dark. Warrior mushrooms personally, I love mushrooms. I love mushrooms. Like I've never eaten a mushroom I did not like, and those include some of the other ones. They discovered a new psychedelic mushroom, did they? See, I have seen some of those. The flycatcher, uh, agath, the flycatcher, right? Is that what they're called? Agath. Yes, agaric, fly agaric, not flycatcher. Agaric, agaric. I never know how to pronounce these things. Everything I see is I've read about. So a lot of times I mispronounce things because I've only ever read it. I've never heard anybody say it. I don't know the actual pronunciation because I don't care to go find out the actual pronunciation. I know what it is in my head. It's like with names. Reading books. You know, my wife a lot of times will struggle with a name, and I'm like, I don't even care. I don't even care. I don't even sound it out in my head. I just recognize that that name means that person. It's a symbol. It's not even. I don't even sound it out or anything when it's like a name with that's just not normal and you're not sure how to pronounce it. It no longer becomes like a sound to me. It's a symbol, and I recognize that that name is attached to that person. Okay, where was I at? So you're saying you're a fun guy? Oh, Zeddy. Shiitake mushroom flavored candy canes and mac and cheese. I believe dill pickle candy canes. Dill pickle candy canes. I'd try those. Shiitake mushrooms. Hmm. Brookley says, I'd love to go foraging with you one of these days, someday. Someday. Mm-hmm. 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 But tomorrow may rain, so I'll follow the sun. Can housing associations take legal action if you do or don't do something as long as it's reasonable? A lot of times it's unreasonable, and they still take action and do things. Yes, they have a lot of power in areas. It depends on, and there's a lot of differences with HOAs, but yeah, it's ridiculous sometimes how much power they have over what you do on your own property. And a lot of times it's all about the politics of the neighborhood too. Somebody's the president of the HOA and they decide to institute different rules and things, and it's ridiculous. Xanadu's thinking about another Great Dane. Lost my last one almost 2 years ago. Those are big dogs. Now, do you get them from a rescue, Mark? I assume you do, knowing you. Hmm. Yeah, depends what you mean by bedding plants. Good point. Here we have flowers often that can't be used much for bees. They die every year and have to be replaced every year from Holland. Yeah, yeah. So it's so open, right? There's so many. We could really go down that rabbit hole, and I just think that most of the time, you're better off if you have a lot of diversity in your yard and in your life. I'm all about diversity and inclusion and in all forms of my life, you know, all different aspects of it. I think it's important, and I don't think monocultures are ever a better thing. I say that I'm sure there's places where they are, but you know, I was looking at gross foods to send to me because it's all snarfs and no barfs yet, so we need to change that. Yeah, I need some more gross foods. Hi, John, Select Pet. How's Kentucky today, sir? Recumbent mower, sort of, yeah. But he was laying flat on his stomach. So he was doing like a Superman pose riding his John Deere. Um, what was I saying now? Oh, it has been mostly foods that I like. The bugs were a little gross, but everything else has been stuff that I really liked. Yeah, not too many gross foods have been sent to me yet. Um, And I have none right now. I have no. Oh, that's not true. I have the rice from Minnesota that I still haven't cooked. That's from K Stew and his wife, Disco Stew. And I do want to I want to do something with it, but I was thinking, I was hoping that somebody would send me something that would pair with it nicely, or not nicely, maybe be really weird together. So I could still taste them separately, but then mix them too and see how it works. But yeah, I right now that's all I have is the rice, so I'm holding off on cooking that. And I know a few people have said that they're still going to send me different things. And again, I'm looking for gross. I'm looking for just weird. I'm looking for something that is your area is really known for. I'm looking for all kinds of free stuff that you send me. I'm looking for free food. That's what I'm looking for. Send me some free food because I like food. If you want to send me something to eat on the stream, though, send me an email. It's right up there. Jones Soda Company beverages. I've had those. Yeah. Oh yeah. They sell those here too, Zenny. I think I've had the turkey and stuffing one. I've had a lot of the Jones sodas. My kids love them. I've had a lot of the different flavors. That doesn't mean you can't send them to me. Unfortunately, with lax zoning laws in some areas, HOAs are a necessity, more of a business manager than a big brother. I get it, but it's still, I just would not ever live in a place where somebody could tell me what I can do with my lawn. I say that, but every little town and village and place has regulations as well, right? And there is some benefits there as far as junk being left around. Like, here you drive our house, the front of our house looks junky because it's old clapboard siding and it needs to be painted because I haven't painted it because we're supposed to be doing new windows and siding soon. So I haven't really cared about painting, but I think I'm going to have to do that. We haven't been able to afford doing the next step, which is we have 32 windows total and 31 replaced. We've only replaced one window in the entire house. So that's the next thing is replacing all the windows and then doing the siding after that. What's up, Robert? Ray Aquatics came in. Hello, sir. Boop, boop, boo. Flooding in New York too, and that's where I'm at, is in New York. I'm just upstate, and Oinky's down in the Hudson River. She's down farther, but I'm up far upstate. Bamboo is a great grass and could work as an aquarium botanical. It is a bit invasive. Yeah, it grows like crazy, especially in the warmer areas. Especially in the warmer areas. Life would suck without the good grass. I think we're talking about different things, but I'm with you. You ever see the gloss black bamboo? I have not. Let's take a look at that. Gloss black bamboo. I'll follow the sun. Mm-mm. 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 How did I get that stuck in? Oh, because I said someday. Oh, that is pretty cool looking. Let's see, can I open these? And zoom in a little bit? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. That's pretty cool. That's just one of them. Hold on. Here, we'll just do this. Let's go like this. And that's pretty cool. Can I zoom in on these? Yeah. A little bit. That is pretty neat looking. As supplied. As supplied. What is... That's a cool picture there. I do like that. Yeah, that is pretty cool stuff. I like it. Okay. Some guys love mowing the grass and motorboats. Talking about different stuff, liqueur. Paul Soteris said, Captain stopped a pack of coyotes from using the yard of the house we rented while the villa was being built just by his presence. I don't think we have any coyotes around us. They're in New York State, but I don't think there's any very close to us. I've never seen one. We have a lot of fox, but obviously those are far smaller. Black bear, turkey, all kinds of, large raptors, eagles, and, stuff like that. Obviously a ton of deer. That's everywhere. I said turkey. I don't see that many raccoons. Oh, and Alishan was talking about, I saw those pictures, Alishan. Where'd you put them? Facebook, Instagram, somewhere, your row of hostas there. And I'm wondering if that's the difference, because you were talking about the deer just go crazy for your hostas, and they don't touch ours, but there's only 3 of them, and you've got a big row of them. I wonder if that has something to do with it. Same with raccoons. Rakins, as Ricky from Trailer Park Boy says. The rakins. They don't bother my ponds, my plants, none of that, or tubs, none of that stuff. Other people have talked about that, and they're all over the place. But I think the thing is, the bay is right there. The lake is right there. It's easy for them to get to a lot of stuff instead of coming into our yard and getting stuff. Because none of the pests, the bunnies are the worst things we have. The bunnies get into the garden far more than anything else. Far more than anything else. The emerald ash borer is killing trees. But yeah, but don't they have holes in the tree then? Because that's what I was saying. I have not seen anything. I've been paying close attention to it. And I have not been able to see any, does it say anything about it here? Hold on, I gotta just scan this real quick. Identifications. Eggs are deposited between bark crevices. Okay, yeah, it's just a bunch of holes and the larvae. So there are no holes in the tree. That's what I don't get. I expected if it damaged that much, I would expect there to be a lot of holes in a tree, right? But I'm not. There's none. Maybe they're higher up, which would be weird. I'm gonna have to go because I can't see anything affecting those trees. They look fine to me. I'm gonna go out right after the stream and I've got a magnifying glass even. Maybe just my old eyes are messed up. Look. Oh, it's dusty as hell. Oh. Oh my God, it's so dusty. It was underneath this little shelf I have over here. So I guess I'm gonna have to clean it first. But I have to use this quite often. Maybe, I don't know. Now there's stuff falling everywhere. See what you did, Paul? It's all your fault. Hi, Muppet. Tree rust is usually fungal. See, and it's not all the leaves either. It's got to be something, right? It's got to be something because they look bad. I'll go verify. Maybe I can even pull off some more of the bark and just see. Because there's no holes that I can see or anything. Hi, Elaine. Elaine, usually the emerald ash borer holes are easy to see. Yeah, yeah. Motion activated sprinklers are nice for the unwelcome visitor. Okay. Oh, it jumped again. Did I see Patty? I did see Patty. Hi, Patty. Hi, Gina. From Bentley's line from Jason, the blue Moscows. Nice. They definitely got some nice ones. Definitely got some nice ones. Hi, Gina. How are you, miss? I did watch some of your stream on Saturday night for a little bit. I like that you do that on your channel. That's very cool. Thank you for that. They have some durian flavor stuff that makes me wonder how it translates. Um, I've never tried that before. I've heard about that. And we said hi to Rick. We said hi to Gina. The holes in ash trees are large exit holes. Maybe the larvae is still in the trees and haven't exited yet. Yeah, Elaine, yeah, that might be something. Yep. That could be. They started looking bad about. Well, they never came out of hibernation from the winter, right? They when the leaves started coming back in, they looked bad right then. So it's been since end of May, couple of months. How long do those? How long do they stay in there? The larvae. And the Wikipedia page probably says that, but I don't want to read it while I'm streaming. But that, yeah, maybe you have a point. Maybe the larvae is doing the damage, but they just haven't come out yet. Paul Sotero had a duck pond, 15 inches of rain in less than 3 hours. Man, we haven't had a storm like that in forever. We haven't had a good thunderstorm either in like a long time. Like we'll hear a roll of thunder in a distance. Nothing. I want to see how Wally reacts to it, because we did have a ton of fireworks over the 4th. Didn't bother him at all, because there's people with like massive cannons. So when they go off, it shakes your windows. And he wasn't bothered by any of those. So I'm wondering how he does with thunder too. I think he's going to be fine. But we haven't had a good thunderstorm, which is weird, because we usually get a lot of thunderstorms here. But nothing. My buddy's neighbor, they can't change their door or shutter colors. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. Okay. All my Danes have been rescues, Mark said. I fostered about 30 of them before I got sick. Wow. I didn't know that about you. And we still need to get you on the Focus On as well. I know you had some things coming up and you wanted to hold off and do it, but we need to get you up here, Mark, because you are the only one out of the D&D group who hasn't been on the Focus On. Everybody else has been. So we need to get you up there on the Focus On when you're ready. Hey, Stu, what's up? I was just talking about you and your lovely wife. I'm assuming she's lovely. I don't know. Her email was nice. And maybe this is K-Stu. Do you guys share your account? Maybe this is K-Stu's lovely wife. It's a hard day today. Lots of pain. I'm sorry, Ivy, but I'll survive. Only sip Kahlua, though, so it's not really drinking as far as I'm concerned. So what's he drink? I've always had labs. We've had one. I've had one lab. I liked them. We had a black lab. Bernese Mountain Dog. Oh, wow. Irish Setter. Those are awesome. Wally's probably the biggest dog I'll ever have as long as we live where we live now, which is they'll probably take me out of here. I've thought about it. I want to, if I feel it coming, I want to. this is dark. I want to be outside, so Michelle doesn't have to worry about cleaning up stuff and dealing with all of that. It sounds horrible. The fact that I even thought about it, but you get to a certain part in your life and it's there. Our house is above, Alishon says, our house is above drainage areas. During the winter, kids from the neighborhood would wander through my yard to go sledding, as the incline behind the house is the highest of surrounding homes. Gotcha. See, and I would have no problem with that if you just ask. I have no problem with people walking through the yard. Just ask. If it's neighbors, right? I don't have any problem helping people in the neighborhood. I don't have any problem, letting them use stuff or doing stuff like that. Parking, like if somebody wanted to have a party and they wanted to be able to park their cars, yeah, that's no problem. In fact, the one year when we had I think it was my son's graduation from high school, his graduation party, we actually spray painted white lines on the grass for cars right down the row so cars could park there. I would even do that for people if they would had a big party, you know, because the people that live down below us here, they don't have any parking to speak of at all. The properties are all pretty small. Oh, and I think somebody bought the house that's for sale over here, which is cool because there was two people standing in front of my house on the road, but in front of our house talking, and I had to go outside. It was the stream the other day. That's what it was. It was the stream the other day when I found out about the silverweed plant. Remember, I don't remember if you guys are watching, but I had to go outside and take a picture of it and use Google Lens to recall what the name of it was because everybody was guessing and we couldn't figure out what the name was. And I remembered silverweed. It's silverweed. But they're talking out there, so I introduced myself because they're right in front of the door. I walk out and they're like, or again, they're on the road, and I was like, "Gentlemen," and they're like, "Oh, sorry, we're sorry." And I was like, "No, it's okay. What's going on?" I said, "It is a little weird to have people just stand in front of your house talking," but and the guy said he's going to he's probably buying the house right over there. So he seemed like a real nice guy. He introduced himself and stuff. So that's nice. The person who lives there now, we get along with. When we were very worried that we'd get some, you know, shitty neighbor in there, but he seemed really nice. We actually got the Greyhound racetrack shut down here in Florida. All the Greyhounds can't go to homes with small animals because they think they need to chase. Oh yeah, that makes sense. And I think they shut down the one in Arizona too a few years ago. There used to be a big one in Arizona. The only reason we ever went there was because every weekend they'd have a massive swap meet there. I mean, it would take you like 5 hours to walk through the whole thing. This massive parking lot. I'm finally down to where Patty came in. What's up, Patty? Patty, you're going to class, right? Who was asking? They really wanted to make sure you were going. As somebody who was going the first time, I don't remember who it was, but they wanted to make sure that you were going to be there. Oh, fargin' bastages. Johnny Dangerously. Diablo 4, you liking it? I played by myself until 3 a.m. on Saturday, hours after Joshua fell asleep. That's funny. I still haven't played it yet. I probably will. Scrolling down. Biggies, hi there. What's going on, Biggies? I haven't seen you in a long time. We're here in Cleveland. We have them here in Cleveland. I've made fun of Cleveland. I'm not a fan of Cleveland. I'm sorry, but I have to be honest. It's not my favorite city. Other places in Ohio I like, though. Suburbs of Toledo, like Perryville, Perrysville. My oldest son's godmother lives around there somewhere, around that area. I like that area. I just reasons. Case 2. Oh, it jumped on me again. Where was it? Case 2. Where are you at, Case 2? Oh, there we go. We did some go-kart racing over the weekend, and wow, they were fast. 40 miles per hour in a hard plastic seat, so pretty bruised up. I felt like Ricky Bobby out there. Shake it, mate. If you ain't first, you're last. It is a funny show. Talladega Nights. That's a funny movie. So years and years and years ago, when went to a go-kart place, mini golf carts, go-karts with some friends, with Michelle and some friends. It was a long time ago. Geez. It had to be like 30 years ago, 27, 30 years ago, somewhere around there. Anyway, a long time ago. We're in the go-karts, and we're racing and stuff. And we come around the corner, and where you turn off when you're done, when your turn is up, where you turn off, it's right around the corner. And I didn't realize that's that our time was up and that I had to pull off. As I passed by it, I looked over, and there was everybody else. And I was like, oh, crap. So I went around again, and there was a guy standing there, and he was like really mad. He was like really mad at me. And he was like, you need to go. He's pointing at the thing. And so I didn't go in the thing because he was so mad, and he was like gesturing, and he was like jumping up and down. His face was all red. He was just angry. He was so mad at me. So I went around the other way and went around the lap one more time just because he was so mad. He was so angry. Don't be so angry. It's okay, dude. I made a mistake. Calm down. But the second time wasn't a mistake. That seems to be a reoccurring theme in my life. Like I'll make a mistake and somebody gets like super upset about it, and then I do it again as not a mistake. The second turn, second lap though, I did pull off, and they're all laughing at me, and I was like, "Hey, he got mad." The first time was a mistake, but come on, guy. Same thing. Playing Castle Wolfenstein, where I used to work years and years ago when that first came out. On Friday, sorry, I got a mustache hair there. Friday afternoons, I worked in the IT department, and Friday afternoons, we would, the place would close out, especially in the summertime. People would leave, they're going to their cottages and stuff, so they leave early. It was always very quiet on Friday afternoons. So we would either watch a movie or play games or whatever. The IT manager was involved, but we were playing Castle Wolfenstein. I've told this story a bunch of times. And Gary, one of my coworkers, was on my team. And I'm not very good at first-person shooters. I suck at them. I'm not good at stuff that takes that type of reaction time. I'm just not. I've never been any good at them, and especially now with my hands the way they are, I'm even worse at them. I need stuff that I can be a little more tactical and slower with. But Gary was coming up the steps, and I didn't know he was, on my team. I just saw somebody moving, so I shot him, and I killed him. And he got so mad. The first time he got a little mad. And then it happened again. And again, the first couple of times were total mistakes. I did not mean to kill you, Gary. I'm sorry, Gary. I didn't mean to kill you. And then he got so mad, though. He's in a cubicle. I'm at the front desk. I was the IT or the help desk admin. So I was at the front desk, and he's in a cubicle. And I could hear him yelling, and he jumped up, and he was looking over the thing, and he was screaming at me. And I mean, he was really mad, like livid, just upset. And so after that, I always, every time I saw Gary, I killed him. Every single time, just because he would get so mad. Don't get so mad. Mark's got to take off. See ya. And again, Mark is going to be our guest for the Focus On tomorrow night. He'll be Tuesday night. He will be our guest. Coming up soon, we've got Nathan. Nathan will be next Tuesday, and I'm sorry, not next Tuesday. Next Tuesday is Mike from All Things Fish. Following Saturday, Nathan, send me an email and remind me. Send me an email and remind me what we discussed earlier about when you're going. This Saturday, I'm not doing a Focus On because it's Skipper's, well, it's not Skipper's, but it is, Fish Fam auction. That's this Saturday, so we don't do a Focus On those weekends. The following Saturday. Zenny says ash trees affected by whatever that word is. Anthracnose. Anthracnose. I'm sure that's not even close. Anthracnose sounds like something, though, might prematurely lose their first flush of leaves early on. If there are any leaves left, they'll be wilted, curled, and brown. That could be it. That sort of sounds like it. Yep. That sort of sounds like it. I've done no research at all to see what was going on with them. The thing is, I just got some fungal stuff to test. I'm not going to read that now. There's a lot there. I'll dig into that. Thanks, Zenny. That is a possibility, maybe. Sort of sounds like it would fit. For trees, prune out the dead wood and destroy the infected leaves. Oh, that's a big tree. That would, and there is quite a bit of dead wood on it. It might be too far gone. All right, sorry. I started going down the rabbit hole on that one. Oinky says it's amazing how in New York State, Dad had to euthanize an erratic acting skunk yesterday. The cops, highway patrol in D.C. assumed it was rabid. but refused to help because Dad had not been bitten. I mean, I could see the cops and the highway patrol, but DEC? Do you guys not have just a regular animal control in your area? We have one here. Actually, his wife grew up in this house, the dog catcher, but he's animal control for this area. There's just one guy, and he still does it. He's up there. He's older than me. He's in his 70s, but he still does it. And yeah, his wife grew up in this house. They were the people that a story time. I've told this story before too, but so we didn't buy this house through the normal channels. We knew the people who lived here. It was a couple. They got divorced and they abandoned the place. I didn't really know him that well. I knew her. He was a logger. He actually got killed logging. He got decapitated. They had chained up the top of a tree, and he'd done a cut and then walked away, and that part that was chained came around the tree and took his head right off. Anyways, they had been divorced for a few years and had abandoned the place. It sat empty for about 3 years. Well, I knew her, and she told me that they had a personal mortgage through the dog catcher. His name's Gary. Gary was holding the mortgage. He was the bank. So I went to Gary and I said, well, hey, what do you want for that mortgage? And he asked for less than what was left on it. They had almost paid the house off. So I bought the mortgage for not a lot of money. And then I foreclosed on the people that had abandoned it. It had to go through court and stuff because the guy, he owed a ton of money to all kinds of places. Like he owed money to Workman's Comp. There was a lien on the house because of Workman's Comp. There was a lien on the house from the Boy Scouts. It was a Boy Scout camp name, so I'm assuming he logged a place that he wasn't supposed to, or he didn't log a place that he'd been paid to, something like that. I don't know. I don't know the details, but there was 4 liens on the place, so it had to go through the court system and go up for people to bid on it. But the bid on it had to cover my mortgage and the liens. So nobody decided they wanted it, and the people who had the liens on it cleared it after they said, no, we don't want any part of it after that point. So we got the house then. It fell to us. If somebody would have bid on it and outbid us, because our bid was the amount of the original mortgage, we would have made a ton of money off of it. We would have made a lot of money. So there was no way to lose on it, except for paying the lawyer costs and stuff like that. So nobody bid on it because of how high the mortgage and the liens and stuff were. Nobody bid on it, so it came to us. So we bought this house for less than most people pay for their cars. It needed work. It had been abandoned. It still needs a lot of work. It does. It needs a lot of work. But it had been abandoned for 3 years by the time we moved in. So we put a brand new roof on it. We put new electrical. We put new water. And then I got sick and I wasn't able to continue on. So that's sort of where we're sitting right now. We ripped down an entire front area. There was an enclosed room that was just destroyed. So we just ripped that totally off. We ripped down walls inside the house and put up new walls. So it opened it up because it had you walked in the front door and there was a long wall with just windows. It was almost like a screen room. It was all windows though. And then there was a window here that was an exterior window and a exterior door inside the house. So at one point we're thinking that was just a screen room, but they had, framed it in and stuff. So we ripped down that whole wall and everything and made it one big open room in the front of the house. So anyways, we got the house for pennies on the dollar. We really got lucky with it. Big cat, what's happening? Just had to shoo a big buck from our yard. It got inside the fence. Bigger the dog, less time they live. Yeah, so they're good for older people to adopt. That's sort of true with people too. Have you noticed? Sort of. Doesn't follow all the way, but people above 6.5 feet don't usually have a long lifespan. Usually people 6'5" and bigger, Not always. If you're 6'5" or bigger, I'm sorry, but if you look, um, yeah, it's sort of like that with people. Like a lot of smaller people live to be way longer. My grandma was in her 90s. She was 4'9". All right, what time is it? It's almost 4 o'clock. Maybe we should stop at 4. I think that's a good idea. There's Patty. Me and my ounces are going. So Patty will be at the clash. I wish I could remember who was asking. I don't remember who was asking. It was just like yesterday, I think, or maybe it was the other day. Dr. A, what's up? Hello, sir. How far behind am I in chat? Oh, I'm right about there. 13 minutes. We had an oil track here. A lot of fun, as you could actually get to bump into each other. Nice. More like racing then, right? I worked at the place for a bit. Video games, bumper boats, batting cage, and go-karts. Bumper boats are fun. I always like that. All Things Fish, he's just been working a lot, Patty. We see him on the Discord, but he's been working a lot, so he's always traveling. But next Tuesday, he'll be hanging out with us. Thanks, Nathan. Thanks. Whip! What's up, Whip? Hi, Caleb. Sounds like a house with a story. How old is it? It's not that old. It was built in 1958. Something in common there. My pappy is 6'6" and 80 years old. I said not all the time. I just if you take averages, littler people seem to live longer. Yeah, the house was built in 1958, so it's not very old. It's a ranch, nothing special about it except that it was built on a slope. So you walk in the front door, you're upstairs. You walk in the back door, you're downstairs. So the basement is half underground, half of it's ground level with big windows. So that's my son has pretty much. He has 1/4 of the basement. 1/4 of it is the washroom. You know, washer and dryers down there and storage, and then the other half is being built into a room for my daughter and her husband. Okay, it's almost 4 o'clock. I think now's a good time to stop, even though Whip just came in. Whip, we'll see you in a few hours. Mark, we'll see you in a few hours for Dungeons and Dragons. And yeah, I can't think of anything else. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. How long did I stream for? Not quite 2 hours, because I started 15 minutes after 2. I just decided to do a live stream at 2 o'clock, and I scheduled it for 2:15. Okay. Anyways, see you guys. Have a good afternoon. Whole bunch of streams tonight, fishy streams. If you don't want to do a fishy stream, then again, Mr. Manifesto's channel. That's Jason Depths Unknown. It's a second channel. He keeps his gaming stuff on that one. We'll be doing that at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But you know where to look. There's a whole bunch of great streams. You know, Drew and Grant and Shelby and Scotty and Metalheads and Bob Steenfod and just so many of them. Fantastic Freaks. All right.